Hello, my name's Charlie. I'm a second year fashion design student and I'm currently doing a collection of reworked Carhartt bags for my own personal project. I knew about this idea of just making a big tote that I could fit everything in, and I knew I wanted to do it with these trousers, so that idea was just sort of fermenting in my mind for a while, and then yeah, I made it happen. I'm doing this like separate from all my uni work because I want to do my own stuff, and even though I'm enjoying learning the stuff in uni, doing it by myself has given me a whole new like perspective on learning about fashion, learning about making clothes, and especially doing the rework stuff, you know, is helping me get a better understanding. I can get my work out there that isn't just uni work that meets uni, you know, guidelines and stuff, and I can just do what I want to do personally and put that out to the world. These bags, I'm literally just doing it by myself. This is for me. This is an idea I've had, an idea I've wanted to go through, and I've done pretty much every step of it, from sourcing the bags, making the bags, you know, cutting everything, doing the promotion on the Instagram so far. But other than that, I would like to work with people in the future for sure. I think collaboration in fashion is just like, it's such an understated thing, but it can also go very wrong. So either way though, I would love to work with some people. The process of making a bag is about a day from start to finish. It could probably be made more efficient, but I like just setting one day to work on a bag from start to finish, and that is my project for the day. You know, that's what I'm working on for the day, and I can keep all my focus on that one bag and making sure it's perfect. These Carhartt trousers, I knew I wanted to use these because I already owned a pair, but then trying to source them for like a decent price where I'm not going to be overpricing it to people was hard. So I've been scouring eBay for weeks and weeks and weeks just trying to get the cheapest trousers. Otherwise they are pretty expensive out there. In terms of other costing though, like the trousers is the main cost, you know. Thread cost nothing, and the lining was a little bit of money, but you know, it wasn't too bad, and altogether they haven't caused too much of a problem sourcing them. The idea for the bags literally came out of nowhere. It was just one of those daydreaming thoughts, you know. I'm thinking about the shape of the trousers, thinking about the shape of stuff, what works as that, and yeah, the idea just came about from nothing. I didn't really see anything to gain inspiration for that, but I have seen rework things now that have inspired me to sort of go out and I'm gonna try and do other bits. I think rework clothing, especially like over the next couple of years, is gonna become a much bigger thing with like environmental conscious consumers. You know, it's gonna be picking up in the world, and people already are looking at vintage clothing. Like, that is sort of the eyesight into it, of seeing, you know, people don't want to be buying new stuff anymore, even though there's a lot of consumers out there that are still buying new stuff. And reworking clothing and reimagining old stuff is just a way of changing that perspective on consumption and getting people to consume it in a more sustainable way. Rework clothing does tend to have a bit of a premium on, and I do understand why. Like these bags for me specifically, I'm not just selling you the trouser, I'm selling you something that I've spent time to design and make and put together, and it's a whole new piece of clothing, and that in itself does take a lot of time. You know, it's not just finding something old and selling it. There's a lot of time that goes into making it the way it is, so I do understand the higher price point, but I don't want to make overpriced stuff. I'd rather it be accessible and people be able to buy it. I think university can take away your sense of accomplishment a lot of the time, and being able to think of an idea, like figure it out, do the process and come out with a finished product completely boosted my motivation and my sort of feeling of like, yeah, I am actually doing something for once, you know what I mean? It's with university work, you do obviously get your grade, you get your mark, you do what you're told, but you even in the creative modules, you do lack that sort of thing of like, yeah, this is me, and that's what these bags are for me. You know, it's that personal endeavor, personal journey of actually making something that I decided to make. As far as like personal projects go, this is one of my first ones, and it's a great way for me to sort of start that off and get my foot in the door in a way and get my stuff out there so people can see what the type of stuff that I want to do and the type of stuff I want to get out there. It's going to give me that knowledge, give me that experience. You know, it's step by step with anything, and perfecting a skill or a skill set is just, this is what that is. You know, it's taking that step each time. So next time I'll go for something a bit more ambitious, you know, rework something a bit different, a bit harder, you know, make a jacket or something. It's something that has more elements to it. The bag in itself is quite simple and it doesn't have many elements, but it doesn't take away from the design of it and the uniqueness of it. I just think you shouldn't have doubt in yourself and your ideas. You know, if you get an idea, I know so many friends and so many people, and they will we'll talk about it and say, you know, I've had this great idea to do this or this great idea to do that, but no one ever does it. But even just start it. It may take a while, it may not go right, it may have problems, but taking those ideas and doing something with them and not just letting them be ideas, letting them become more than ideas. I think that's what it's all about.